What is going on, guys? It's Extreme here. I am back with another episode of my Road to Max Prestige. Now, for those of you that are new to my channel, I come out with new episodes of this series every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, I said that right. And I actually had to think about it for a second there. And also, if you guys want, you can follow me on Twitter or Facebook. Links are in the description below. Also, you guys can see them on screen on the left hand side. Anyways, as you guys know, today we're going to talk about sex. Yeah, that's right. We're going to talk about sex and the lack that your friendly neighborhood fluffy Latino from Southern California is not getting. Yeah. Now, I'm going to put a quotation here and let you guys know that in my 32 years of life, I have had a lot of sex. A lot of sex. I have actually had, and this is not me bragging or gloating or anything like that. Let me get that clear out the door right now. I'm not bragging about this or my numbers. I can't tell you how many times I've had sex, but I can tell you how many partners I've had. And I have had, in 20 years of having sex, I have basically averaged one new partner a year because I have had over 22 partners sexually. If you do the math, that means I've been sexually active since I was 12. Yeah, I lost my virginity when I was 12. Now, I'd love to tell you guys the story of my first time, but unfortunately, I would have to disclose the fact that I kind of sort of had sex with someone who was older than me. And officially, I'm not making that statement right now, so moving on. Yeah, no, I'm not making any jokes. I actually had sex my very first time with a woman who was 7 years older than me. Yep. Yeah. She wanted a D. I gave it to her. Not very successfully. But, I still tried. Anyways, so that's how I lost my virginity. And I'm not going to tell you the full story, but yes, it was with someone who was older than me. And it was a very interesting experience because I'm sitting there going, I'm supposed to do what? I'm going to do what with my what? What? Mind you, I'm not going to sit here and play dumb to it. I was exposed to sex at a very young age. I was exposed to sex when I was 8 years old. And it wasn't anything my parents did intentionally. It wasn't something they wanted me to find out about, but I did. I found my dad's Playboys and porn, and he even had a fucking Kama Sutra book. And I found it all. And I was exposed to that shit way too soon in life. And the sad thing is, and I want to just go ahead and make this little quotation right now. I noticed that in the day and age we live in, kids are exposed to sex at a much younger age. I'm telling you guys from my own personal experience, for anyone out there that has kids, do the best you can to keep them being kids. Because the moment they stop thinking like a kid and start thinking like an adult and start thinking about sex and shit like that, fuck, man. I'll tell you from experience, it fucked up my childhood. Because all I wanted to do was get laid. I'm not fucking lying. I'm not even playing. I'm dead serious. I wanted to fuck. I wanted to play with some titties and yeah. Anyways, I have previously told you guys this story about how I sort of kind of anally probed my ex-girlfriend by accident. And that was an exaggeration. That was actually a true story, and I'm going to go ahead and tell it again very briefly. So we were in her laundry room when this happened, and it was kind of weird because it just happened. Like, we're just sitting there, just kind of talking, and the next thing I know, kissing and touching, and the next thing I know, she's bent over, and I'm doing my thing, and I kind of pop out, I go to pop back in, and next thing I know, I hear, whoo, shit! And she literally drops to the ground, grabs her ass, and is like, oh my god, that fucking hurt. And I'm sitting there going, sorry. And she's like, it went in my butt. And I'm like, oh fuck. I started laughing my ass off as she's literally writhing in pain. It hurt that bad, apparently. I don't know. I've never had my butt plugged, so I'm all good. Don't ever want to find out either. I'm good. Thank you very much. No. But that happened, and the joke that came from it after that between me and her was anytime she was in any kind of pain, she would make the comment, almost blue light, you know, because she claimed that when it happened, she saw a blue light. It was that painful. I don't know. But that was what she told me, and we went with it for the rest of our relationship, and it was funny as hell. And I told her I'd never tell the story. But then she broke up with me by just leaving me, so sucks to be you. So yeah, that was a thing. It happened, and that was one of the few interesting experiences I have had while being sexually active over the last 20 plus years. So from there, of course, there are a bunch of other interesting stories. I one time did it in a school. Yeah, I did it in a school. In the middle of the day. In a teacher's classroom. The teacher was teaching while this was happening. I can't explain how it happened, but let's just say the teacher was not opposed to girls sitting on guys' laps for some strange reason. And I don't think he ever thought it would be an issue, but I was sort of kind of talking to somebody and she was all about it. And one thing led to another. She pulled up her skirt and bada bing, bada boom. She had to try very, very, very hard not to let the whole class know what we were doing. And I had to try very, very hard not to finish because I realized about halfway through I wasn't wearing a condom. So that was a very painful experience. I'm sitting there going, baseball, naked nuns, naked ugly nuns. Look at the teacher. That does it. That works. So no, I was not looking at the teacher for inspiration. I was looking at the teacher to get a softie. I did not want to finish, if you know what I mean. I did not want to be a daddy at fucking 16 years old. That didn't stop me later on in life, but at that time, I wasn't ready to be a dad, so. But that was just one of the few times where I did stuff in public. Trust me, I've done all kinds of crazy shit. And if I literally sat here and listed off all the weird places I've done things and some of the shit I have done, well, first of all, I might get in a little bit of trouble. Second of all, I might get in a lot of trouble. In fact, even telling the story about the fact that I had sex in class is probably gonna get me in trouble. But hey, I'm 32 years old. I don't go to school anymore. And I'm pretty sure that teacher is no longer teaching at that school. So I got nothing to worry about. But for the record, it wasn't a common thing that this happened. But it was a film day. And if any of you guys remember or even have these days, I don't even think they do this shit anymore. Where in English class mostly, you would be able to just kind of kick back, relax, and there'd be a movie for the day. You'd sit down, watch the movie or whatever it may be, and then you go about business as usual the next day. This was not an English class. This was actually my math class. And the math teacher just didn't give a fuck. He put on a movie because he thought, it's a short day, just whatever, I don't care. I don't feel like teaching today. My teacher was also known to drink, so he, I guess, probably wanted to have a couple extra drinks because we were getting ready to go on summer break, and he said, fuck it, so why not? Anywho, so yeah, that's how I started my summer vacation it was pretty interesting. What else? Goddamn, man. I did it at work. When I was at work, I did it at multiple jobs. Mostly when I work security. It's harder to get away with when you work in like retail, because really the only place you have open is the stock room or the bathroom. And while the bathroom is highly difficult to pull off, the stock room not so much. I should know. I've done it. Yep, I've done it. As you can tell, I am a little proud of some of the things I've done, because it's interesting stories and it's fun to tell some of these stories, but maybe not publicly. And I'm kind of regretting this whole idea now as I'm going on, so I think I'm going to go ahead and curb that here. Now, I honestly don't know how much longer I have in this video, you guys. Looking at the scorecard of the game, it looks like we got a while to go, but I could be wrong, so I'm like, shit. Well, what other stories can I tell you guys? Let's see. Fucking hey, man. I don't even know if you guys want to even hear this shit, man. For all I know, you're gonna be like, oh god, hell no, don't, nope, nope. Don't even want to imagine a fat guy having sex. Nope. Not doing it. Nope. Changing channel, or in this case, turning it off, not watching it. Nope. Not doing it. If you think that way, fuck you, man. My fluffy butt loves the poontang, and the poontang loves the fluffy butt. Wait. That came out so wrong. Anyways, so yeah, I've had a lot of sex in my life, and I've had a lot of fun with it. But the thing is, I have never had a one-night stand. I'm gonna be blunt. I've never had a one-night stand. I've never had a desire to have a one-night stand for one very, very, very important reason. Actually, two. One, I didn't want to be somebody's baby daddy. And two, I didn't want to have some, issues down below in the sense of like buggies or whatever. Yeah, nah, I didn't want to have to worry about that shit. So I've never had a one-night stand in my life. I came close on one occasion. It turned into more than a one-night stand, thank God. But ultimately, technically I did have a one-night stand. Okay, technically, I did have a one-night stand once in my life, and that was with an ex-girlfriend. Even though we tried to hook up a couple times after that, it never really worked out. Oh well. Anyways, you guys, this game is coming to an end, and I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, let me know in the comments below. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode, and I promise it won't be something really, really inappropriate. Until next time, adios. Little customization things as well in these packs, and those packs were, let's say, 15, 16 bucks. I would more than be willing to pay that. But not completely individually, because you spend so much goddamn money, man. And I mean, you already paid $60 for this game. When you get all the add-on content as well, you're paying another $60. What the fuck, I mean, I understand it's a business, and they gotta make money off of these games as fast and as quickly and as effectively as they can. I mean, look at Black Ops 2. That game, I don't know a lot of people that still play that game. Then again, I play Ghost primarily,